And you are from Charleston, correct?
That's right, Charleston, South Carolina, originally. I make my
You
home
from
now in
downtown, or you from one of those little islands?
look at that. No, I'm not from downtown. I'm from West Ashley. My
Okay.
father is from downtown. My mother is from a small city called St. George, South Carolina. I met my husband there at 15. My high school sweetheart
Oh,
is
wow.
my husband, and we have our family in, in Houston. We have a little 6-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old son. So we're in Houston by way of Charleston. We're embarrassed that our kids don't know what real shrimp should taste like,
I was about to say, do they know
yeah,
the difference between the seafood and Houston?
they don't know it. They don't know
Yeah,
any
it's a
better. So
little
we
different.
have to we have to raise them up. But we are now also the masters of Tex-Mex. We can't eat Mexican anywhere else, after living in Texas all these years. So, we're a proud Southern family that has lived a very in my case especially very multicultural existence, and I believe that all of that will yield itself to the times we're currently in our nation.
All right. And since we went from South Carolina to Houston, do you drink sweet tea?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that it wasn't at every restaurant in Texas. I'm like, are we in the South or not? Right. And so whenever I go above what is it, the Mason Dixon line,
Yeah.
I'm just, I set myself up to know that if I ask for tea, it's going to come unsweetened. It's like, what is the
Yes.
point? But yeah, I'm a sweet tea. That's my, next to water, it's my favorite drink.
Yeah, I had a fit the first time I visited. My mom lived in Dallas for a little while, and I had a brother that lived in Beaumont, and I was like, "You don't have sweet tea?"
I know.
They
We
looked
couldn't
at me
believe
like
it.
I was an alien.
We couldn't believe it. They said, well, we have sweetener. We've gotten used now to what is it called? Simple syrup. So in our fancier restaurants, we'll ask for a little, carafe of simple syrup. We'll be all
That's me at
sophisticated.
banquets. They
Yeah, see,
always
there you go.
how I know they have it. I was like,
Yep,
"Mm,
I
from
know. It's like
there."
we have to survive. We Southerners have to survive out here, and sweet tea is essential.
All right, and I have a couple more things I want to ask you, but I'm gonna give the floor to you at the end so that
Sure.
you recap what's important that you want us to know as far as your platform, how we follow you, and what we need to look out for. But
Yeah.
what more do you need as far as support getting on ballots, if anything? I
Yeah.
thought at one point you were in a petition stage for like
That's right.
South Carolina and
That's
some
right.
other places.
Yeah, we're excited. We still have the 3 states that I mentioned. We expect to be on the ballots for those remaining three. There are some that we will likely not appear on.
Okay.
And as disappointing as that is, we have to count it the same way as during the election. No president wins all of the states. So
Yes.
we automatically won't be able to compete in that state, but we still are excited about serving them. We're still visiting places that we know we won't appear on the ballot in. But there are also places that were challenging. I shouldn't say we know because we have some challenges out. COVID-19 has really wreaked havoc on this process. For instance, South Carolina required 10,000 signatures. We didn't even encounter 10,000 people because of the COVID-19 restrictions. We're going to challenge that ruling. There are states we're choosing not to go to because they were peaking with COVID-19 numbers. We didn't want to put our team at risk or put the residents of that state at risk. We'll be challenging that. The support we really need, Marcus, is visibility. We are so appreciative to people like you who have your own independent media outlet and are saying, listen, this isn't an endorsement. We just want you to know this person is out here and that Americans have more choices. You would not believe the intense opposition we have felt from the mainstream media who has refused, literally, openly refused to show us. And so we've been wholly dependent on social media. And what we're seeing now is people are picking us up on their shoulders and doing the heavy lifting for us and saying, did you know this person is running for president? And their minds are blown, first of all, that I've been here for 7 months. I didn't just drop in for 24 hours
Yes, ma'am.
like some people have. I've been here for 7 months running seriously. And they're shocked that there's been a concerted effort. People don't know the Republican and Democratic Party literally have a law binding agreement to disallow any other voices on the debate
Other
stage,
people.
right? That's
Right.
real. That's not theory. It's not conspiracy theory. It is a real law binding agreement. I know the lawyers who are fighting that agreement, but right now, as it stands, they don't work together on much, Marcus, but they work together to keep out other voices. Here's the thing: if we were able to have a conversation like this, and it was on Meet the Press, right, or Don Lemon late at night on CNN, or Anderson Cooper, and we're having these discussions here, you're going to pay attention.
Yeah.
You're going to say, wait a minute, I thought we only had two choices. Who is this person? And you're going to do your digging, and you know what might happen? You might mess around and disrupt this crooked two-party system that works to keep Americans in fear. And so we're not running on fear, we're running on vision. We say, let the best vision win. So we challenge the people watching your show and listening to your podcast that if they believe it is the Americans' right to know their options exist, simply share some more, and share with people what's resonating with you. Let them know why you like what you're hearing. What we've noticed is that when people find us, they stick with us. They find us, they research, they stick with us. If they come in fear, don't split the vote, all of that mythology we keep hearing every 4 years, they're not our people. But we believe the majority of Americans, millions of them, are politically homeless right now, don't feel great about either option, and are looking for something else, if only something else would arise. So we ask your listeners to help us rise so that people can see we're here. And the days we have left are plenty enough time for people to make a solid decision. Plenty time.
All right. The rest of this time is yours.
Oh, thank you.
You would tell the people what they need to know about you, how they make contact with your platform and you.
Yes, please. We want you to do your due diligence. Let no side be entitled to your vote. And so we say, hold us accountable. You're going to go to operationrestoration2020.com, dig through that policy. We're releasing more every day. Marcus mentioned 7 of the 20 visionary platforms. That's so you can see things in post-it form. Nice, short, sweet, where we stand on the issues that you care about most. Follow us at Operation Restoration 2020 on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm on Twitter at Jade Simmons. Do not be surprised when I tweet back at you and answer your question, because that's important to me that you hear from my heart directly. And if this is something that's resonating with you, you know, this for me is an assignment, Marcus. This is not I don't have a political ambition here. This is the opposite of a career move. It's already done damage to my business because it's political. So this is not something we're doing for personal gain. I would not be stepping out like this if I didn't believe that I had something by way of vision, by way of solution to offer the American people. So we ask you to take us at our word, but don't stop there. Dig deep and see where we really stand. And we believe you're going to like what you find when you start digging.
All right. If you get a tweet from somebody named Brother Sharif, don't be alarmed.
That's you.
That's me.
That's
And so
right.
I will be engaging with you so we can continue to have this information to make sure that any other questions that I field on your behalf get to you and you could address those. So I want to thank you so much for taking time out on this Friday evening, Mrs. Simmons, and clarifying your platform and your stance on these issues, and look forward to seeing this run continue.
That's right. Thank you so much. Again, thank you for providing a space for my voice. We really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Hey, family. This is Brother Sharif again, and I want to thank you for taking time out to watch this inaugural episode of the family meeting. And I also want to thank Mrs. Jade Simmons for taking time out of her busy schedule to let us know more about her presidential campaign and her vision for the United States of America. I want to encourage everyone that as we go into November, to feel like there's no reason to sit this election out. I'm not going to endorse a candidate. I know who I'm probably going to vote for, but I want you to know that just because you don't want to vote for Joe Biden or for Donald Trump, that does not mean you have to stay at home. There are other viable candidates, including Mrs. Jade Simmons. So make sure you get out and vote, not just for your president or vice president, but all the way down your ballot. Let me know if you have any questions, and stay tuned for more family meetings with Brother Sharif.
Casanova.